here's a reminder of those heady days when the breakaway SDP, on its own, then in alliance with the Liberals, really did seem to be recasting the mould of British politics.
You toppled one of the safest Tory seats in the country. You are going to give such a scare to the government that they won't know what it's
Complicating, circulating, new life, operating, generating, new life.
I declare that the member elected is the Right Honourable Roy Harris Jenkins.
Well, dance moves like that, it does seem a surprise those glory days proved to be so short-lived. The party eventually merged with the Liberals and became the Liberal Democrats in 1989. But the story doesn't end there. The party continues to exist, and it's now starting to attract new members once more, including its first Euro MP, Patrick O'Flynn, who left UKIP late last year to join the party. So is a resurgent SDP really on the cards? Well, let's ask the party's leader, who happens to be based in the North East. That's Will Clouston. Welcome to the programme, Will.
Thank you.
Now, I like the 1980s as much as anybody, but is the political party from the 1980s got much to say to us today?
It's got as much to say now as it did then, because the conditions are surprisingly similar, actually. We've got a Labour Party which has lurched to the Marxist left. We've got a Tory party that has lost its way. So, yeah, we're as relevant now as we ever have been.
Now, people who remember the SDP will remember that one of the things that drove the likes of Roy Jenkins, Shirley Williams out of the Labour Party was the hostility to the European community, as it was then, and the Labour Party, many Labour Party policies to leave. But your party is actually, what I would say, pro-Brexit, isn't it?
We are pro-Brexit, yeah. Actually, the history of the SDP's transition to becoming a Eurosceptic party has gone, it's long. It's occurred over many years. It was actually in the Scarborough Conference of 1989 under David Owen's party when we first ruled out the United States of Europe.
So this is consistent, you would say?
Yeah, it's been
and how is it consistent with your view of the way politics should change, I suppose?
Well, I think one of the biggest problems that we've got with politics generally across the whole country now is a misalignment between the public view and politicians' views. So actually, if you look at in this region, you have 28 MPs. Only 3 actively backed the Leave campaign and backed Brexit. So that means 25 don't, and that's not an alignment which can last.
History, obviously, you'll know, is listed with parties, SDP Model 1, UKIP,
yeah,
who said they'd be breaking the mould,
yeah,
but ultimately the political system tends to crush them. What is it that's distinctive about your policies or whatever that you think that can change that?
There is a distinctive position. I mean, we are centre-left on economics and we're centre-right on cultural issues. We respect the 2016 referendum vote. So that's a unique position in itself. But I think if you look across the political landscape now in Britain, if you think that it's going to be politics as usual, we're going to continue with no change at all, I think you're mistaken.
Well, just briefly, is this the new divide, Leave, Remain?
It could be an important... I mean, it is a key question. It's a key question of our political lives now. I think the problem is that the public is quite clear that we want Britain to be a normal nation state, and the politicians generally don't.
Thank you very much.